All right, we're going to be doing theoretical probability of simple events. So if you want to go ahead and get your paper set up, you want to title it Theoretical Probability of Simple Events. We have a bag of marbles, and inside these are all the different colored marbles we have. If you don't have the colors, you can use colored pencils, pens, markers, whatever. But if you don't have these colors, you can go ahead and just draw a circle, and then inside the circle put the letter that the what color it represents. So you could put like a G inside for this is for green. Okay, but then when you have two that start with B, so for blue you can put BL, and for brown you can put BR, like I did over here in this table. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and set up this table like this, because we're going to be pulling out one marble out of the bag, and we're going to be finding the probability, so you're going to set this up as well as the table. So go ahead and pause the video, get your paper set up. Alright, so now that your paper is set up, we're going to go ahead and begin. So when you're looking at theoretical probability of simple, let me try to get this to lock real quick. Simple events, the very first thing what you want to do is whatever you are finding the probability of, you want to create a table to represent that. So, for example, we're looking at colors. Okay, maybe it's coins, or maybe it's spinner numbers, or things like that. So you just want to go ahead and make sure you know how much you have of each thing that you have. So, for green, let's go ahead and count the green. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are green. Yellow, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows. Blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue. Pink, looks like we only have 1. Orange, 1, 2, we have 2. And then brown, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 brown. Okay, now since we're working with simple events, the next thing you want to do is just add them up to get your total, and that's going to be your total amount of outcomes, okay? So if we add 6 and 4, that makes 10, plus 7 is 17, plus 1 is 18, plus 2 is 20, plus 5 is 25. So we have, sorry about that, let me just turn it, it's a little easier for me to write, 25 total marbles. But that also means we have 25 different options, which really means 25 different outcomes. So 25 total outcomes. That's the word they like to use for probability, is how many outcomes are possible. There's 25. Because even though, like, yes, these are both orange, they are separate marbles. So there are 25 different marbles that I could pull out of the bag. So I have 25 total outcomes. This actually is going to be our denominator of our fraction when we find our probability. So if you want to put that, it's going to be our denominator. Okay. Now, we're going to be pulling one marble out of the bag, and we're going to find the probability of pulling out each of the colors. So remember back from a couple of videos back, that probability is the likelihood that something will occur. And it falls on a scale of 0% to 100%. 0 meaning it's not likely at all, and 100% meaning it's totally likely. And if you fall in the middle, you're about 50%. So if you fall between 0 and 50%, you're not very likely. If you fall between 50 and 100%, you're more likely to occur. So remember, it's a scale of 0 to 1 and 0.5 in the middle. Okay? Because 100% is equivalent to 1 whole, 50% is equivalent to 0.5, and 0% is equivalent to 0, basically 0.0. So probability is a number between 0 and 1, so that's why it's written as a fraction, because, or decimal or percent, because it's a part of a whole. Okay, so probability that's green. All we have to do is find out how many are green, and we already did that. So we have 6 that are green, and we're going to put that in the numerator. Oh, let me go ahead and put some lines between this so we don't get confused. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, so all we have to do is put that number in the numerator, and then the denominator we said is going to be the total amount of outcomes. So there's 25. It's really just how many out of the whole. That's really what probability is for simple events, okay? So there are 6 green marbles out of 25 total marbles. So the probability of pulling a green is 6 out of 25. And you want to make sure that to check to see if you can simplify this fraction, and you cannot. So that's going to be our fraction. However, we want to change it to a percent and a decimal. And to do that, we always make a number out of 100. okay, because percent whole is 100. So 25 times what makes 100? That's 4. So 6 times 4 is 24. Remember, this is the probability fraction. This is just an equivalent fraction out of 100 for the percent, the decimal. So 2400, you can write it as 0.24. And then the number out of 100 is 24. So that is our percent, because percent is a number out of 100. Okay, let's go ahead and do yellow. We have 4 yellows out of 25 options or outcomes. And we can simplify that as well, but we can go ahead and make our equivalent fraction out of 100 by multiplying it by 4. 25 times 4 is 100. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 out of 100 is, right now as a decimal, is 0.16, and the percent, 16%, because that's the number out of 100. Let's go ahead and circle our original fraction just to make sure we know that that would actually be the fraction for the probability in simplest form. Let's go ahead and do blue. We've got 7 blues. So it'll be 7 out of 25. Now I'm going to go ahead and multiply. We can't simplify that, so I'm just going to go ahead and change it to a number out of 100 by multiplying it by 4. So 7 times 4 is 28. So our decimal is 0.28, and the number compared to 100 is 28, so that is our percent. Go ahead and box your original. If you want to go ahead and pause the video and do these 3 on your own.